Hi guys, welcome to a session of Paul Sports Nigeria live. We'll be going live with the Tigress star Nicole Enabosi, and we'll be discussing the victorious and the triumphant the Tigress, obviously out of the Olympic contention, but they made and they won the souls of a lot of Nigerian sports fans. And we'll be talking with one of their stars today, but let's talk about the Tigress and their campaign at the Olympic Games. A lot of people do not know, but this was a very, very impressive campaign, even though they did not medal. This is a historic achievement for the side. They are the first men's or women's team from Africa to progress to the Olympic knockout rounds in the quarterfinals. So this is a very historic achievement, and we have the pleasure of speaking with one of the players on the team who actually fought and did her best as the team lost to the USA in the game yesterday. So let's do a roundup of basically what happened at the Olympics. We start with their first game against the Opals of Australia. That was a very, very tense game. A lot of people felt they were going to lose that game, but they got the job done. And yes, they in their second game against the hosts, France, shots were not falling, but they were still able to push the team to the limit, and they suffered a loss in that one, but it wasn't as bad as it was. But they regrouped. They came back in their final game against Canada, which they needed to win to make the knockout stage, and they got the job done. A very, very impressive win against Canada. The whole country was joyous, and then they proceeded in a mammoth challenge against the United States of America, who have won consecutive gold medals in the women's basketball tournament. It was a very, very daunting challenge. If you're a betting person, they favored the United States to win by 40 points, but the Tigers, they went into the game and they fought tooth and nail, and at the end of the day it was just a 14-point loss. So we are everybody's so proud of the team. Everybody's so proud of the players, led by their head coach Rena Wakama. And now we'll be welcoming Nicole Enabosi, who is one of the key players also on the team, to join us and have a very, very fruitful discussion. So when you look at the basketball in Nigeria and over the period of time, you need to look at the progression of the team. You understand, when Rena Wakama was appointed as the head coach of the team, it was kind of and it came just before the start of the African Women's Afro Baskets tournament, and it was the preparation was skelter. A lot of people were like, what is going up with this team? Now we already have Nicole joining the call. Thank you so much, Nicole, for joining us on this live with Paul Sports Nigeria.
No problem.
Yeah. So before we actually go into the questions and the interview, we just want to say thank you so much, and we are proud of the team. We are proud of you. Thank you so much. The game yesterday was very, very emotional, and you guys gave a very, very valiant effort. So just start by telling us about the emotion of the team and the game yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, the emotion high, like you said earlier, no one even expected us to be in the situation. So the fact that we were just able to come this far and beat all the adversity and just tough things that we've had to go through this tournament, it was definitely just an emotional way to finish. But I'm just really proud of our team, and like I said, just getting far and having this opportunity to show what women's basketball is like and putting Nigeria on the map. It was just amazing experience.
Yeah, it was incredible. It was incredible. But for some of us who are actually like we love basketball in Nigeria, a lot of people who are actually not in tune with basketball, but they've actually fell in love with this team. How were you guys able to play with that kind of, let me say, with that kind of tenacity, like you guys picking up full courts, your team being able to penetrate, and obviously your 3-point shots. Let's start with the game against France, the game against Australia. What was your mindset, the team's mindset actually going into that game?
Yeah, I mean, just going in as a team who wasn't even expected to win anything, we knew that and had the mindset, like at the end of the day, we all are putting on our shoes the same way. We're all putting on our jersey at the same way. So no one can stop the Nigerian fight, really. And I think that's just how we went into the game. We didn't really care about who our opponent was. We just knew that with the preparation that we put into the tournament, if we did what we needed to do, anything could happen. I think going into the game, just not worried, not thinking about who we were playing, but just thinking about who we are and the sisters that we have alongside of us. I think that's just what was able to get us, past all the Canada, Australia hype.
Yeah. So there's a saying in basketball that do not get too high, do not get too low.
Yeah.
And you guys off the big win against Australia, you go into the next game against France, the host nation, and the atmosphere was electric. You guys suffer a loss. What was the mentality of the team, and how are you guys like looking forward to the challenge against Canada?
Yeah, no, the mentality was great after beating Australia. We were definitely on a high, like you said. But after, once the sun goes down, it's a new day. So we enjoyed the moment after the win. We celebrated. We were happy. And we definitely patted ourselves on the back because it wasn't an easy task at all. That's the number 3 team in the world, But as soon as the sun went down, we laid our heads to rest. That's when we restarted the next day, and we just put that behind us. Of course, we were happy that we made history in that one game too, but we were trying to move on to the next. And so we played France. That didn't go as we wanted. Obviously, we lost that game, but like I said, we went to sleep and we let the next day come. The next day come, reset, and then finally we played Canada. What happened in the past, and then we were able to beat Canada. So, like you said, you really can't get too high and too low, especially in the game of basketball. You have to take every game, game by game, day by day, and when we do that, that's just when we see the best results.
Yeah. So we obviously are going to talk a lot about you, your career, obviously being from the United States. But let's actually round up with the game against Canada. And before we get to you, let's talk about the game against Canada. Was there pressure after the loss against France? Was there like pressure, knowing fully well that like you guys needed to kind of get a very big result against Canada to make history, which is what you did, like beating Canada to be the first men or women's team from Africa to reach the knockout stages of the Olympics?
Yeah. I wouldn't say there was pressure. I think we definitely knew what was at hand. We knew the job that we needed to do, and there were definitely a lot of scenarios. Our ultimate goal was to make to the quarterfinals. So there were some scenarios where, okay, if we lose by a certain amount of points and France beats someone else on the other side, like we could still, like lots of scenarios and talk. But I think my team and I did a really good job of just locking in and just focusing on us and doing what we needed to do, which was to beat Canada. So I wouldn't really say that we put pressure on the game, just put pressure on ourselves because we knew we did what we were supposed to do, the outcome, how it was supposed to be. So, yeah.
Yeah. So let's the game yesterday. For people who are actually like they expected it to lose by 40 points, and obviously you being born in New Jersey, obviously having an American citizenship. What was the motivation, especially for a lot of ladies on the team, obviously who have a link with America, and how was it going against this top WNBA stars like Brianna Stewart, like Angel Wilson? Was there like a sense of panic that you guys were going to like get overwhelmed? Like a lot of people were expecting that you guys would get blown out by 40, 30 points, and you guys stuck with it, even though when your shots were not falling. What was the mentality in the dressing room, and just basically describe that for us?
Yeah. Yeah, like I said earlier, at the end of the day, we all put on our day. We all wake up with our jersey the exact same way. And that's exactly what our captain said to our game as well. We didn't look at who was in front of us. We just looked at the task that we wanted to accomplish. And even the other teams that we played, Australia had a lot of WNBA teams or WNBA players on their team. So does France, and so does Canada. And we were able to just compete with them as well. So, of course, it's amazing playing against Brianna, Diana, and Brittany Griner, and Asia Wilson. Like, these are amazing players, like top in the world. And We definitely appreciate the opportunity and the experience, but once the game starts, all of that out the window and we're just focused on player to player, man to man. You know, it doesn't matter who is in front of me right now. All I know is I need to get to the basket, or it doesn't matter who is going for this rebound. All I know is that we need to get this rebound, and that's what we did to stay locked in into the game. So, yeah.
Yeah, we'll soon touch on your teammates, but let's actually talk about your head coach, Rena Wakama. When she was appointed, a lot of people did not know a lot about her, and she came in. She obviously led you guys to to win the women's Afro basket. Then you guys were supposed to go to the World Cup, and there were some issues. We also discussed about that. But like, what has Rena Wakama been like since she took over? Like, how has she been with you guys? And describe her method of coaching, because I felt you guys actually played with a lot of energy, pressing the ball from the front, and that actually you guys played with a lot of physicality. I think a lot of people did not expect that, and that actually worked to your advantage. But just tell us about your coach and approach to the game.
Yeah, the coach just came through and she's been an amazing addition, honestly. It's also amazing just having like another female black coach who is from the same place that you're from, understands the struggles that you've been through, and is able to relate all her thoughts to us in a way that we would understand it best. So I think that was a great hire for the Nigerian Federation to bring her aboard. And her way of coaching is definitely intense, but that is the what we put on the court. You know, like we are just another extension of her, and so I think it's amazing that she's able to kind of put fire into us, and we're able to now put that onto the court and put that against our opponent. So she does a great job with us.
Yeah, yeah. So let's talk about you, Nicole. I wrote the story about you and Giannis Antetokounmpo. You guys had a picture. I saw it on your story. So I decided to do create content around it. How was the Olympic Village? How was it the Olympic experience for you on a personal level?
Yeah, it was. It was actually like I want to say a dream come true because I've had fantasy of going to the Olympics all my life, and so just to finally be in the village, to see different athletes, like you said, I saw Jan. It was just really it was crazy, really crazy. They've been really trying to make sure the athletes were as comfortable as possible in the village. We the amenities that we've been getting has been top tier. So overall, the experience in the village is definitely what makes being an Olympian just as great as well. You know, obviously getting to play basketball, that's my passion, that's our job, but also just experiencing the atmosphere of the village is something that I'll never forget.
Yeah, the Olympic experience. You guys did the best you could. And let's talk about like moving forward. Moving forward, we all know you actually played college basketball, and then you progressed. Obviously, everybody wants to play in the WNBA, but I mean it's a very limited league. But you moved to Europe, and you've been able to establish yourself. Tell us your journey from being raised in the United States, then you transitioned to play professional basketball in Slova, and obviously like that journey. Just tell us about that journey.
Yeah, well, like I said, basketball when I was about 9 years old. Played in high school for basketball area, and then was able to get a full scholarship in Delaware. And after that, I decided to go pro overseas. So I went to a couple different countries. I went to Slovakia, then Germany, and the last 3 years I've actually been playing in France. So the season is about long, and throughout the 8 months, I'm here training, practicing, playing games, and then I get to go home in the summer. So it's actually been really amazing. I love the European culture. I do miss home at times, but it is nice to still be able to do my job in another country and see what they have to offer. And just even playing in France this past year, I feel like that also prepared me for this upcoming Olympics because, you know, learned some French. I've been able to navigate metro. I've gotten used to the food and the people. So now, like here in the Olympics in France, just a full circle. full circle moment, and I'm very comfortable, very happy.
That's good. That's good. Now looking at the team, the Tigers team, and this is actually a very young team. Maybe you look at maybe Ezinekalu and maybe Promise. Maybe they are the two veterans on this team, about upwards 30. But you guys are actually a very young team. What do you guys, obviously after leaving this Olympic tournament, what do you guys want to accomplish as a team? Like, and how do you intend to accomplish it? Obviously, the Afro Basket's next, but like going into the next World Cup, like what do you guys feel is the ceiling, and what do you think you guys can achieve as a team?
Yeah, yeah. Well, definitely, like you said, our battle will be it. We want to win a championship there. But actually, after the game, we were talking about the next Olympics and how we were able to get this far in this Olympics. So the next want to get on the podium. Want to see if we can beat all the odds, just be one of the first African teams to get a medal. So of course, for Afrobasket, we're looking forward to Worlds because we were able to go last year. But our biggest goal, I would say, we have right now is the Olympics in LA, and hopefully, by God's grace, being able to get on that podium.
Yeah, obviously, when we talk about basketball in Nigeria, for some reason we have, like, obviously we need more investment, and this is something the coach spoke about after the game yesterday, that you guys have already shown that with a little bit more investment, with a little bit more input, you guys could actually, the sky is the limit. So what would be what will you have to say to the administrators? What is the process to getting that done? What do you guys need to set up to actually go about your jobs efficiently and effectively?
Yeah. Well, I don't know exactly the process of what we've done, but I can tell you what we want, and however that has to go about, whatever they need to get that, I don't know, but we really would love to just to be taken care of better. Like our transportation has been hard. Our gear is great, but our gear could always be better. There's always room for improvement. And although we're so appreciative of everything they've done, we know it's no easy task. The ministry, they do so great. They try their best to take care of us, but there's just always room for improvement. And I mean, overall, we're open to anything. Anything they're able to do for us, we'll take it with a smile on our face because we respect them, and we know that they've been trying their best. It's not like they're trying to neglect us, and that's not the case at all. But in any way, the improvement is always necessary, and that's definitely what we want. We want some better things if it's possible. But yeah, they try. They
Yeah,
try, and they support with open arms. They come into the locker room after, tell us how proud they are of us. So we not that they're not trying to do better, but can leave it at that.
yeah. Knowing, like, you are being brought up in the United States, what is your connection to the Nigerian culture? Obviously, Afrobeat is very big in the United States. Like, your favorite food from the Nigerian perspective is your favorite Nigerian meal, and the songs and the artists you're involved with, like, so that the people who are online can actually resonate with you and actually know, like, okay, this is what Nicole listens to, and this is the kind of food she actually takes, the Nigerian foods that you like.
Well, it's funny they asked us what Nigerian food we wanted because they're gonna order us some. So okra soup. That's my comfort meal. Okra soup with pounded yam. I love me jello rice. I love moi moi, but my favorite is okra soup, hands down. And then yeah, jello fresh with plantain always hits. As for artists, I love Burna. I mean, how can you not? He's my favorite. I love Asake, Davido. I'm a huge like Afrobeats girl. I'm really piano as well, but yeah, that's all we listen to. Even like when we're going to games or we're going to practice, um, our leader Z is always playing some type of Afro beats on her speaker. So we're always, in the mood, in the every time when, we're around each other.
That's great. That's great. That's great. So, looking at obviously this opportunity has been great, obviously, and we would obviously like you to introduce us to and obviously have conversations with some of your teammates. Obviously, I think you guys made a whole lot of people happy yesterday. Despite the loss, it was a huge accomplishment, and a lot of people are super proud. And maybe you saw some of the reactions on social media. A lot of Nigerians were actually proud of the performance. So maybe you could actually get us in touch with some of your teammates, and we could actually do so get their perspectives also.
Yeah, for sure. I'll definitely relay. Interview has gone to my teammates. I know we're all extremely nice, so takes the knowledge, and I'm 100% positive someone else would be interested in just talking to you guys, because I think word of mouth is what helps things, improve, and it's really important to uh, share our perspective and our knowledge so we're able to get the things that we need to get in the future. Closed mouths don't get fed at the end of the day. So the more people you guys can talk to, the more people we can talk to, it's just ultimately for the next generation in terms of women's basketball.
So now that the Olympic Games is done for you guys, will you be staying around in Paris, the Olympic Village, just soaking everything in and with your friends, or will you guys be departing?
Yeah.
Like how
Well, like we don't leave till the 12th, which is after the closing ceremony. So now that we're officially done, we're actually going to be able to, I guess you could say, breathe and enjoy ourselves. A couple of us are planning on going to a volleyball match in the next couple of hours. Team USA men play, so we're definitely going to that for basketball after the volleyball match. There's so many different things you can do on the village. So we're definitely just gonna get lost in the atmosphere, lost in the experience. We've done what we needed to do. Of course, we wish we were continuing playing, but at the end of the day, I think we're all very happy and satisfied with what we did. And now it's just finally time to really actually enjoy it and create everlasting memories. So we're really excited. We're really excited, and we don't leave for another like 4 days. So we'll definitely get a chance to see like the Eiffel Tower and get outside of the village, walk around Paris, eat some good food. So it should be a really good time.
yeah, Nicole, that wraps up our conversation. We would like to say a big thank you to you for having the opportunity to have this discussion, and a big thank you to the whole team. You guys were impressive yesterday. You guys made the country proud, and we're looking forward to having more discussions with you. And I talk about basketball just in general.
For sure. Thank you as well for everything you guys have even put out about our team. We really appreciate it. All the light you shine on us and support that you've been able to help us get. We really appreciate it. So thank you for your help.
You're welcome, but thank you to you, and so stay safe in Paris.
Thank
That's all right. You done? For those who joined the live, that was the Tigers star player Nicole Enabosi, a very important player for the Tigers team. Obviously, they did their best against a mighty US team that they were supposed to lose by 14. They only lost by 14. They put in an impressive performance, and it is up to our administrators to look at this team and see that this team can actually deliver. This team is worth investing in. This team is actually worth investing in, and if they give these ladies the right platform, the right support they need, instead of just focusing on football like that is the only sport in the country. If they are able to do that, the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit for this team, and we want to thank Nicole for opening herself to this audience, and obviously we'll be bringing you more the Tigers players discussing about basketball. And don't forget also on the Switch, our basketball podcast, we talk about basketball, all things related to basketball, both international and the NBA. So we'll actually be doing a breakdown of the comments by Nicole, and stay tuned to Ball Sports Nigeria for more content on basketball. So, yeah. Yeah, thank you guys. So stay tuned to the next episode of The Switch. It drops next week.